Hello everybody, it's Chrissy here from the Creative Eclectic. Just popping in this happy Tuesday 1st of February to say hello and to tell you about some new products that were released by Stampin' Up today. And I'm not going to create anything with them for you today, but I will show you what I have been making with them the last couple of days. So I guess the most exciting thing is it's known as the All Together Suite. So this suite, hi Kim, thanks for watching. This suite contains a stamp set, which is a cling stamp set, so it's that red rubber. See, I've used it a fair bit already. And it has some matching dies with it. And like it's got some nice sayings in the stamp set, that, like I promise and love changes everything and you matter to me and we'll get through this. So there's lots of ways you can use that. It also has some matching dies, so the dies line up with the stamps. So you've got your little pinky promise. I don't know about you, but I used to always do pinky promises with my daughter when she was little. And then we've got the die that matches the hands there, and one for the heart, which matches this heart here. And then it's also got a couple of other dies called, and this one says you matter, and this one says here for you. And I've made a couple of examples, but I'll show those in a minute. So the other exciting thing about this suite of products or collection of products is that there is some fabulous black and white paper. Now, I don't know about you, but I love black and white paper. And so it's got some, I don't know if you can see those, it's got some stripes, but in there, and that one's a bit like reminiscent of this rays of sunshine. All right. And then we've got some spots, and on the other side, these are little hearts, so you probably can't see those terribly well. And check, like stripes, but you can colour the leaves in if you wanted to. Got some black and white, some other leaves, and some stripes, so you could colour your stripes. Hope you're not getting dizzy in me doing this. Then you've got some black, and this is really, reminds me of the 70s, really. There is a piece of art one of my aunts used to have. This one's got some leaves. You could also colour these leaves in with your blender pens or your Stampin' Right markers. Now this is really cool. You can colour this one in for a rainbow. And then on the other side, it's got hands. I don't know that I would use those hands terribly much, but, and then this one's got some hands that you can colour in too. I'm missing a piece. There's one that's got little pinkies on it. I think I've used it all. Anyway, so they're the papers, except for one. And for me, the most exciting thing that comes with this suite of products are these stamping blends. So these are all skin tones. Now, I've gone through, because I've got old eyes. Apparently, I've been told by a child that it's all downhill from here since I'm over 50. So you start, the darkest colour is a 100 and it goes down to 1000. So these are give you a whole range, and you can blend them together. So you could blend this 100 with the 200. You don't have to necessarily do the one step down like. But the other thing you can do with these is if you've got a bronze stamping blend sorry, I meant to call them stamping blends, not stamping right markers, or an ivory one, you can use those too. So they're great. And I want to show you some of the things that I've been doing with those. So I showed you the paper before that had the hands on it. So this is one of the, I'll just push these out the way, one of the cards that I made. So I've just used the stamping blends to colour the hands in. Use the little hearts from the set, and then I've stamped the background using the words. So it's a black and white card, and just cut out a tag punch there, so, and a little heart as well. So that's the first one. I hope you're liking that one. Next one, also using that same paper, I did a to call it a slimline card. Now in the Stamping Up January to June mini catalogue, they've got these slimline envelopes. So I made my card to fit those. So I have just coloured in the paper, and then I stuck it to the background and ran it through my embossing machine with the bricks and mortar embossing folder, and then I used some grey ink just to rough it up and did some splatters. Now I got this idea from when we were in Memphis, and we went around Memphis, USA, looking at all the murals, and there was a mural with all different hands on it, and I can't even remember whereabouts it was. I think it was near the Lorraine Hotel, but I can't be certain. The Lorraine Hotel is where Martin Luther King was shot. But I do remember seeing the hands on that trip to America, and I'm sure that it was in Memphis. So, and I've splattered the words so it looks a bit like graffiti. So I hope you're liking that one. I can't see any comments at the moment, so I'm sort of flying blind. I'm hoping you're still there, Kim, and I don't know if anyone else is still there. And so, keeping on that graffiti theme, this one here, I used the die cut in a granny apple green. The paper is actually, oh, you're here and you love it, thank you. The paper is from the annual catalogue, and it's textures, timeless textures. Hang on, I'll grab my catalogue and I'll tell you. It is the, near the back here. Let's see if I can find the papers. Maybe I'm not looking in the right spot. It is called the In Good Taste paper. So it's got woodwork, and it's got and so I used this one here, which has got like a stone on the other side, and I just splattered it with ink. I used the splotches, which are in the best, I think it's Best Dress stamp set, and yeah, used my Stamping Right markers as well to splatter, and these again are done with the blends. So I think it was a 1,000 and a 700. I think they're the two that I used, or yeah. So yeah, and then so really like that graffiti look, and I also splattered it. I don't know if you can see, with the Wink of Stella. Right, so that's that one. So then I moved away from, well, not really away from the graffiti, but a bit more grungy. So this is just using the negative die cuts of this one. So this You Matter came out of this piece of Granny Apple Green. So then I used one of the new embossing folders. Hi Jody, nice to see you. We're just talking about the new All Together suite. And so when I made this card, I realised that I never use the Stampin' Up! Foam adhesive, so I decided to use that, and so that's why, I don't know if you can see it, it's sitting up a little bit. And I really love this splotches embossing folder, so this was just a way for me to use up the negative of this and use up the rest of the outside. So I've also used on this one the bricks and mortar. Yeah, and oh, I love the blends too, Jodie. I'll bring back my other creations with the blends in a minute. Okay, so I mentioned before that I hadn't showed you the paper. So this is what the other paper that I had used up completely, and it's got little hearts on it. And this is stamped and coloured with the blends as well. So, and I coloured the little hearts with my stamping blends too. And this is my other card that I made. So I've made a couple of them in the last couple of days, and this is really about, this is for my husband, and he always jokes about I find him more things to do. So I have promised that I will not find more renovations after next week. Because next week our bathroom renovations start, so it's going to be messy and dirty and loud. So bathroom and laundry renovations, and then we should be finished renovating our house. It is awesome, Kim. I really like this paper. And then the last one I made, and unfortunately we had a little bit of an accident, but I can fix this. So this is the die. So you might recall this rainbow paper. And so I've just coloured this in with my watercolour pencils, and then I've got my Wink of Stella. So it's really shiny. But what I did with the words here, and I've got to put another layer on, is I layered them, I cut 2 layers of the die cuts and stuck them together using the adhesive sheets, and then I went over them with the crystal effects. So I'm going to put another layer of the die cuts in. And you might see here, I've also used from the catalogue, the new mini, the Cloud Punch, but the mother of pearl paper, and it's got a really nice shimmer to it. So anyway, back to these things. I'll put another layer of black die cuts over the top of that, and then put some more crystal effects on it. And yeah, just adding those layers of dies one on top of the other just gives it some extra dimension. I did try die cutting it with 4 layers all stuck together, and that didn't work terribly well, and neither did 3. So, and I just really like that, but they are tricky to stick together. You've really got to line them up well. So I'll go back and I'll fix that, because yeah, we had a little mishap where my finger touched it and it all stuck together. So these are my cards. I'll move this up a bit. I don't know about what it's like in South Australia, Jodie, but it's awfully, awfully hot here. So we're predicting 36, I think. So I'm not quite sure if we've quite reached that temperature, but it's hideous, really. And I've already had 3 showers this morning, and I still feel really yucky. And we've got the air conditioning on, and you know, it's just ick. Yeah. Yes, well, poor Steve, his office doesn't have air conditioning, so I'm surprised that he hasn't gone into our bedroom and done all his work from home in there. So yeah. Oh, 25 would be beautiful. Jodie, that would be just heaven. There was about 25 at 4 o'clock this morning. So yeah, and I've seemed to have got little extra, I don't even know where they're from. Little extra bits, I know where that one's from. It's from here, that have come off. Yeah, and I think out of these cards that I've made, I think that this slimline card is probably my favourite. As I said, just because it reminds me of Memphis and all the murals you see through Memphis, and you see them a lot in Nashville as well. And just Memphis was really one of my favourite places, even though there's some big extremes of poverty, and yeah. So there we go. So we've got our cards. Make sure you tell me in the comments below which is your favourite card, and yeah, let me know if there's something that you'd like to see done with this stamp set. And for the next week, I'll be sharing, because it's less than 2 weeks till, oh, you love the rainbow one. Oh, thank you. Yeah, in the next week, sorry, I'll be sharing cards that are all about love. So these, in one way, are all about love. Might not be romantic love, but I still think that they are love. And this is definitely a love one for my husband, because he would love for me not to pick out renovations or something for him to do next. Yes, so that's all from me. It's only a short Facebook Live today, but if you want any of these products, just get in contact with me or visit me at thecreativeeclectic.com. You can buy each of the products individually, or you can buy the, which I think this is so much better, you can get the blends and the paper and the stamp set and the dies all in one bundle, or the blends come in packs of 2, so the 100 and 200 come together, and the 300 and 400, or you can get I believe you can get all 10 in a set as well. So if you wanted the whole lot, that's $184, which means that you would get 2 level 1 celebration items if you bought it before the end of celebration, and you would also get, you would get a level 2 celebration item. So if you want to know more about those, just give me a call or drop me a line or a message, and I'm happy to explain it to you. Until next time, happy creating and stay cool. And I'll be back tomorrow with some more all about love things. Bye for now.